during, peak of isolation, you ended up going to the Fogo Island Inn, which is perhaps one of the most isolated spots in the country.
It's it's an island off the northeast coast of Newfoundland. So, so it's 6 hours from St. John's, and it's very isolated. It's a very magical place. It always was very magical to me, actually. And then this wonderful, wealthy, beautiful woman named Zita Cobb decided to put. She's from there, and decided to build a massive, like, architectural wonder, sort of fancy hotel, and a bunch of artist residences, and it's this great non-for-profit, amazing organization, and I just reached out to them just for a laugh, really, to see. I would love to get up there and record some of the record up there. The dream was to go up and to bring my producer Marcus Pequin from Montreal and my drummer Liam O'Neill from Montreal to come down and to do the record sort of in isolation. At that point in time, Newfoundland and Labrador had this thing where if you came, you had to isolate for 2 weeks before you could see anybody. And so the idea was they flew down and we all sort of isolate, we all quarantine together in this closed hotel, which, honestly, you should go Google it if you don't know about it, because it's an incredible thing to behold. And I can't believe they said yes. I was happy to go out and, just write a song in another garage, another lovely garage. But anyway, we sort of transformed the second floor of this incredible hotel into a recording studio, and went for it for 2 weeks.
Wow. Is there something about the environment when you're there? Because for those who haven't searched it out yet, Fogo Island Inn, you're going to want to check out this beautiful architectural wonder in the middle of nowhere, but it's stunning. Does something like that, when you switch up your environment, we know you can play anywhere, but does the environment become part of your process?
Yeah, I think that it does. I think it's fairly inevitable. Obviously, you're fairly focused in a situation like this. Like we had, this was the second session for this record. So there was 10 songs. There was 9 songs in the first session, 10 songs on this session. Then we cut a bunch, but we had our work cut out for us in terms of 2 weeks there doing it. So I didn't do a lot of, when we actually couldn't leave, so we didn't do any walking around. But it was March anyway, so it was like all frozen.
Oh, I forgot, because again, isolated, like as in you cannot leave this indoor space.
That's right.
Even though you're in a very isolated place.
Yeah, because it's a very small community and very far from any healthcare or anything. Like we couldn't go out and have a mug up with the neighbors or anything, and risk infecting somebody. So we could go on little tiny walks around the property, but we weren't supposed to go into the community or anything. So, but we did quite a bit of wistful gazing, I think, out of the window. I mean, it's a staggering view. It's just the North Atlantic, this beautiful milky March light, all over everything, and I think it did. I mean, it's a record that was made from isolation, and it truly made us feel isolated. Yes.
And now, of course, the songs are finally getting their time to be in front of an audience.
Yeah.
And the big show here in Toronto, Massey Hall, December 9th.
That's right.